Hello, folks. We're testing with Andrea, who's behind me. We're testing our upload speed, and I'm just wanting to see. No doubt, some of the people who are subscribed will say, "Oh, what's the?" Let's just see. It should be streaming in a moment.
Oh, okay. So when you stream it,
it takes a while.
It's available
30
to
seconds.
everyone who has a dingo on the on the channel.
Yeah. That is, if it's actually connecting, it's supposed to take about 30 seconds. And it's...
Alright, so if I get my phone...
Hang on, I don't know why, but it's not... We're not getting... It's got a... Oh! Oh no, it's working. It's there. And we're on. Okay. Is there any way of measuring what we're using? See, that's what's coming back from the server.
You should have a little details button somewhere that you can look at it and see how many megabits you're sending.
Where would it be now?
Possibly on the
Settings?
video. If I do it from my phone...
Settings.
Which is connected via the
Stream.
telephone network.
Maximum video bitrate 51,000 kilobits a second. Maximum audio 160. So what does that make?
Hang on. If I go to... I think I've actually subscribed to your channel, so I should be able to find it.
Okay.
VK blah blah blah. So
with latency delay or whatever. So
no, but I'm not on your...
that's 51 megabits a second, isn't it? That means I'm taking up more than the whole... Oh, wait a minute.
But no, that might be something else. There is a details... STUV.
Don't know. I'll just see. One view. Does that mean you're on or somebody else is on?
No, not me. I'm not on yet. I'm just looking for it still. Why can't I find... Maybe I didn't subscribe to you. I thought I did. VK3AML. Why can't I find you? Maybe I didn't. You're just VK3, not Chris.
Oz Radio Historian is the channel name.
Oh, that'll be it. Okay, Oz Radio Historian. That's why I couldn't find it. I was looking in the V's instead of the A's.
2 people are watching, whoever they might be.
Yeah. Okay.
But their average view duration is 3 seconds.
Oh, here we are. There we are. Yeah. Test. Okay, so if I click on that...
You should be seeing something.
And I should do the... audio is no volume.
Yep.
So there's that.
Yep.
Now, if I go to playback settings, no, I think. Oh, if I do settings there.
So you're download
auto 1080.
Yep.
Now stats for nerds. That's it. Stats for nerds. That has. Come on, show up. Maybe the video has to show it. Anyway, that tells you the bandwidth.
Dave Ranson is there, our coroner.
Oh.
Don't worry, Dave, we're not dead yet.
Oh, now this is showing up. Whoops.
This is Andrea, our computer lady. All looking
we can't
good.
hear.
Well, he's obviously listening.
Yeah. Anyway, video. Hang on, if I make
we're trying to determine whether we can do Zoom on that computer while live streaming on this, but it sounds like we're getting very close to. Oh, good morning.
7
He's in the UK
dropped.
near London. Well, this is just a test to see if we can actually Zoom on that computer while we're live streaming on this one. But I think with only 18 megabytes per second upload speed, it's going to be pushing it. We are, however, working through the... just doing the cooking here, but all seems to be good. Yeah, Dave, it's going through the... What do you call this, switcher?
The switch.
Yeah.
Switch. Just a switch.
So that we have both computers on.
That's working okay, but this is fairly little. That's 640 by 4 by 360.
Oh, that's your receive screen.
No, the viewport. frames,
Yep.
and 9 frames dropped. So it's pretty solid.
Mm.
Admittedly, I've got a pretty...
I'll just see if I know that on the other screen it gives you...
So if you fire zoom up here...
Well, there's no, hang on, CPU 32%. It's pretty heavily loading the... Oh, kilobytes per second, 6226. So that's about a third of our upload speed, I think, isn't it?
You're 18 megabits a second. So if it's a little... Let's kilobits per second.
Mm.
So...
That's about 6.
18 megabits per second. So it's megabits per second.
Yeah. So this is well within?
Yeah, because you've had it working quite happily for ages.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so that should be all right.
Yeah, but now if we add Zoom,
Now,
what
if
happens?
you add Zoom here, you've got to host the meeting, so you've got to set an account
Folks,
up.
this may actually crash the whole system, so if we disappear, you'll understand why.
So if you...
Maybe if you sit there...
No, you can put in
All
your
right.
details in Zoom. You can...
I don't know, I've forgotten what they bloody well are.
Well, they may not. You may have never set it up. Anyway, if we log in on this computer, we might be putting passwords in, so we might
So we have
stop
to go
the
to
stream
that.
at that.
So
So if you just run Zoom here...
What I can do, if you want me to... so nobody sees the passwords, I can always
Yeah.
put the trapdoor.
if I go to... There's Zoom. So we run Zoom.
Yeah.
We want to... Now we sign in.
Okay. So I'll close this for a moment.
Well, we haven't put a password in yet.
Okay.
So we want to actually sign up there, I think.
Right. Okay. So
I suspect you won't have ever done it.
no.
So if you sign in up, it's free, so you can do 40 minutes at a time.
Okay. Only 40. Schweppes.
Or whatever time it is, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Verification.
you just do it there.
My date of birth, month.
You don't have to put the actual thing in. Put in, 1st of January some year.
1898.
Well, yeah, but don't do what I did and put it in so it looks like you're 12.
You get
Because I got
restricted.
caught on my phone and now it keeps saying, and now it won't let me do stuff because I'm only 12.
Oh, dear, oh dear. Okay.
So this one was still on something. I'll just let it rest in
So
there.
I'll put my Hotmail account in, I suppose.
Well, use a decent email address.
Oh, all right.
One that is not going to disappear. And in fact, it might help if it is your proper address because it won't necessarily get shared with anyone.
Okay. I don't think I've... okay. Well, where's the... Pardon me.
That mouse, yeah, there. That mouse is there. I'll
Sign
move
up.
this.
Click and nothing's happened.
Hang on. Yeah, sign up.
I've
Did it click
clicked
okay?
on it. Yeah.
Oh no! Wait on. That was me moving the mouse. Did it register?
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. Activation.
Activation
We've sent an
email.
activation message. Reset.
So,
Okay.
hang on. So I look at my email, do I? So
Yep.
that's...
And then you're going to have to click a link, which means you're going to do it on this computer, but that's
Okay.
okay. It doesn't matter. We just need to do it. And then it's going to want a password. Zoom, that one. Your email was used. Go to my account, I suppose.
Sign
And think of a password. Oh.
They're asking me for a
maybe-
password that I haven't got.
Oh, hang on.
And oh, wait a minute, I'm typing on the wrong computer.
That's what I've been doing all evening.
VK3AML.
Now, in case someone can get a reflection off glasses, let's just close the little window.
We're closing the window. I'm putting a password in, folks. Hang on.
Because we don't want someone hijacking your...
Use a securely generated password. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at that. Hang on, I'm going to have to write that down.
Or you can have something else. An easy one is you just have a couple of nouns with the top row of the keyboard character in between.
Look, I'll use that one for the moment.
Okay, yeah, that's good as any. It's good as any.
And what's the Zoom?
And don't spell it out verbally.
No. I'm not going to tell you. Got it?
A big little B X.
Don't do that to me while I'm writing it down. It's
Oh, yes.
bloody impossible. I almost did it, you know.
I went to the post office one time and I said the PIN for my card was 1234.
Yeah.
And what did I enter? I put in 1234, which was the wrong number. It wasn't actually the number; it was different.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty hilarious.
Now, so sign in with that. So click.
Yeah, I guess if it's what you put in. Oh no! You suggest it, so now you write it in that password
all right,
thing. I think.
So we go.
So just enter whatever the characters are you put down.
Oh,
Oh right, the other keyboard.
the wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. AWA speakers.
Now, hopefully, now which mouse is it? This one.
It's that one. I've got the other one here. And sign in. Oh, hang on. Incorrect email or password. Look, it might... I don't know...
Request. I don't know what's going on here.
Request an email to get... Okay, continue. Okay, now have a look at the email and read it carefully this time once it appears. That's the old email. We're not interested in that anymore. So just refresh to get another email.
Yeah, get messages. Oh yes.
There it is. Okay, that one. Now it says reset password. So click that. Email address. Okay, so you put your email address in.
This is the.
This is your true email address.
Right. Okay. Bear with us, folks. We'll have the webcam back on in a minute. We're just
stuffing around.
Yep. Open. Into.
Okay, if I'm not a robot.
Okay. Glad to hear it.
Well, I'm not, but you might be.
Send.
Oh.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, we did it again. All right, so no, don't try again. No. It'll keep doing them, and you need to do the very last email. So go back to your emails, and then we go... No. Go back to your email inbox.
Yes.
Wait, refresh. Ignore that. Refresh.
Refresh?
Yeah, refresh.
Oh.
Okay, that one. So click here to change your password. That's what we want. Rightio, now put a new password in.
This one?
Yeah, that one for argument's sake. Wrong keyboard.
Oh.
I'll put it on top of that keyboard, so use the other one.
Is that a small X, I think?
Well, if it is, ignore it and scribble it out and put something else in later.
Yes.
It's whatever you've meant it to be.
Oh, God. Hang on. Christ. What a password.
Okay, and then it's going to confirm it there. Right, type it again. Okay.
Oh, Christ.
Save. That's so.
Look at that.
Doesn't match. Okay. Right. Well, what you can do if it keeps doing that. No. Go off to Notepad or somewhere.
Yeah.
Just open a Notepad program up. Notepad.
Haven't got Notepad. I'll do that.
All right. Just type it in there once. It'll appear in plain text, and then just copy and paste it into the two other boxes. And it doesn't have to be exactly it. Anyway, now
So-
have you got the upper and lower cases?
Yeah, I think-
because you've lost lowercase there, and here it looks like uppercase.
I think it's lowercase.
Well, no, you've typed it in as lowercase. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what-
before
yeah.
you do that,
Yep.
you've got a space at the end of that. Click over here. Right, so don't use the bloody mouse to highlight it. Use the keys, the arrows on the keyboard.
I
So we go Shift.
never tried it. Oh, I see.
Except Word does crap. That's why I said use Note.
Hang on.
No, wait on. Get your mouse away from it.
Right, good.
Okay, that much.
Now right click,
Don't leave
copy.
Okay, copy. And then paste it into those two things. Paste. And there. Save. Okay, now sign in.
Now we sign in on this one.
No,
don't we?
sign in here. You can sign in here if you like. Yeah, that's all right.
I don't know whether it's going to...
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to sign in here. Anyway, now you
Anyway.
need to sign in here, but before you open the window, close
All right.
it,
All right.
go back to wherever Word is. Where the hell is it?
Okay.
Where's Word? You didn't close it, did you?
No. Still there.
Where?
There.
All right, well, type it in here, in Zoom, and you can
All
read
right.
it from that. So, sign in.
Okay.
There's my CFA thing. Sign in.
You've got a... How can I sign in if it doesn't...
I don't know, but it's...
See, that's the sort of thing I was having the other day.
but it happened. It just was a delay. You can look here. The light is on.
Yeah, but...
No, that's just how it is. That's as fast as it's
okay.
going to go.
Okay.
That's just...
No, that's this keyboard.
Yep.
We're setting up a Zoom account, folks, if you're wondering what's going on with the no picture.
And you can participate in a test of the regular Friday evening.
Yeah.
And now we
hang
want
on.
to do the password.
So
You just go tab. It's quicker than going
And-
click on the thing. And enter that in.
yeah.
You can't paste it. You've got to...
No, I'm going to have to type it.
You've got to type it.
And sign
It's
in.
just and sign in, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No.
And it says stay signed in, so you shouldn't have to keep re-entering it.
Yeah. Come on.
Just click it, and you're going to have to wait. If you look here, you've got 3 green lights, so you are connected. That's it. So now you're signed in as you, and now you can host a meeting.
Host. Hang on, I'll open so that people don't
Yeah.
can know what we're doing. Host.
In the meantime,
I'll just have a check in a moment. Hang on.
just
Right.
yeah, don't just move that window off screen. Don't close it because
Okay.
you're not.
Just check. Oh my God! Look at all that. Rolly in Auckland is saying that he knows the new password. No, you don't. God. Hang on, I better put the piece of paper upside down on the desk.
Yeah, but you've also remember you've got Word with
And
it
people
typed
saying,
in
I
plain
see, I
text.
see.
Yeah.
Holy shit, there are 14 people watching or something.
Yeah, that's absolutely riveting, isn't it?
Pardon? Pardon my friend. This is my computer lady who's helped me to set up Zoom, okay? So we go
And now you should be able to host a meeting here, and then...
host with video off.
Oh, no, try with video. Well, yeah, video off.
Yeah.
But...
Test speaker and microphone.
Well, we know that works, so
Yes.
you've done it. So join with computer audio, the top one.
Okay, but there's no computer audio.
That's okay.
Now, is it still working?
And now we need to invite people to the meeting, and ideally display the login information on the YouTube stream,
Right.
so that everyone else can try joining.
How can you... that's the problem that I have. I cannot think of how I'm going to get that onto a YouTube stream, except through the webcam.
So I think I went to participants. There's one participant, so that's us. It's a pretty boring meeting.
I'm meeting myself finally. After 68 years, I'm meeting myself.
And we want to invite, and then if we copy the information, so that's on the clipboard, and now if I go to...
Rolly, he says it's better without the video up yours.
and now if we go to wherever is TextPad or whatever the stupid thing's called, what is it called?
I'm not sure.
We don't want all this crap that doesn't have... type T for text, will you? Or N for Notepad. It's called Notepad.
Type capital N?
It doesn't matter. Any N. N, Notepad. Right, now.
Has it got Notepad? I don't think it does.
N-O. Put an O in. Yeah, there it is, Notepad.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Okay, Notepad. Here we are. There's Notepad.
Yep.
I'm going to go edit, paste. And there's the meeting details. We can make it bigger.
Okay.
So
what do I transfer that into this or something?
No, we can just show it on the screen, and everyone can Zoom. They just need the meeting ID.
Yep.
I think I've got to highlight all of that, and then go edit
and make the text larger.
Format font. And let's make it 18 point. That's nice and big. And
okay.
And that's in the way. And okay.
Just imagine all those poor people having to type that.
No, they don't have to type that. All they need, we don't need all this password gumph. It's easier to do it with the keyboards.
Right.
Okay, so what we need, people need to go to the meeting ID. That's the only bit that people need. Right.
Okay.
Meeting ID and the passcode.
I see. It's a bit like an IP address.
That's what people need.
Yeah.
So, for everyone out there in IP land, they need to see this bit of the screen.
Okay, if I pick this up.
Can everyone see it?
Hang on.
And if I do
Everything's fallen off the desk.
if I do it from my phone,
Hang on.
which has Zoom on it.
Let's just see what people are seeing here. Hang on. That presumably is going to be the meeting number for Saturday nights.
No.
No?
This is just this particular
That's
private
this particular...
meeting. It may be different.
Oh, you just said private meeting, but it's likely somebody will sign in now.
Well, I'm going to sign in.
All right, okay.
So I'm going to put in meeting ID,
Right.
which is 811
Hang on.
7657. By the time anyone watches this video, it'll have finished. 0160.
Whoop.
And then join with it. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to join, and then I put in the passcode
Yep.
and the invalid meeting ID. Whoops.
Oh.
811
7657.
765. Oh, hang on, I put 7675.
All right.
7657 0160. That's why it's easier to have a link to click on. and preparing the meeting. Meeting passcode is little T D capital Z
N
N
5 and big. I think it's a large V.
and it's an uppercase V. Okay. Because we're not going to type that link in. That's too long. That's ridiculous. But that link has this stuff in it.
Okay.
And there it is.
And
So-
you're on there somewhere.
No, now I'm waiting to join the meeting
Okay.
by virtue
And
of...
when she joins the meeting, I bet the whole thing's going to crash.
No, I'm on the public telephone network.
What happened? Something
I
disappeared.
don't know.
It disappeared off the screen. Oh, it's having to reconnect.
Yeah, so Zoom is having trouble, but this is the computer that's hosting the meeting. But you might find that you can run it all on this computer.
Yes, well, the
And-
trouble is what happens when you have live stream using the sound card and Zoom using the sound card at the same time. Surely that's going to create conflicts.
I don't know. But that's the test. So, here's everyone else on the meetings. So there's a whole lot of people.
Oh, it's Rolly. Oh, wait a minute. That's Dave Ranson. Have you got audio on that?
Yeah, but I don't want to do feedback.
I can see him, but I can't hear him.
But
And there's
let's-
the thing is, there's a 30-second delay on that's built in, and on this it's instantaneous. And all right, okay.
Well, now here we
we've
are.
got-
So,
we've
so
got
this,
him.
this has finally come up. So,
Yeah. Oh, and there's Rolly in Auckland. See this guy, this Rolly. I keep him up to about 3 a.m, Auckland time, and I'm worried I'm going to kill the poor bastard before.
well,
much-
well. The thing is that I've got my audio.
they can hear each other, but I can't hear them. Hang on.
Can they hear each other?
Hang on. Turn it up.
Yeah, so I've been online teaching on Zoom for the last couple of hours anyway. So
Lucky you.
Hang on. I can fix this.
Can they hear us?
No, they can hear us through the live
I know
stream.
you do your rep move. No,
Okay.
you won't.
Hang on. I've got a pair of headphones that are all tangled.
Well, it's nice that Chris is interested in your health there.
We just need a
Rory,
microphone. Which is the green one. We don't want headphones. We want the
Yes, we
speaker.
can.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear
No.
each other. It's just that you got to get your act together.
You've got to use the
Oh,
green
hello?
one.
Yep.
Oh,
so
green
I've
the
got all
speaker.
that.
Yeah, sorry, you're right.
Hello?
You've got your audio now.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
I owe Rolly a great apology.
Yes.
I mean, you know, he comes on listening to our live stream at something like 9:30 p.m, which is close enough to midnight Auckland time.
Network issue now.
Then he keeps watching it until 3 o'clock in the morning,
Have me on
Auckland
the
time.
Screen, and I was going to change the gallery settings to get the different people up.
We've got a halting screen.
We've got speaker mode here. But see, the video might freeze.
It's frozen.
the
Everything's frozen.
the video might freeze,
I think we've lost it.
but then it should come back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's going to do.
So
refresh.
I think this computer is too gutless
Hmm.
to host Zoom
Well,
meetings.
so much for the 300. Jeez. Anyway.
What we could do is try putting it on this one. Well, you do have Zoom here
Yep.
on this computer, so if I move that keyboard, you need
Yeah.
to type the secret ABC123
Oh
password in
yeah. Yeah.
on that one.
What to run both on the one computer?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
Let's
know.
just see.
I don't know what effect it'll have. Because if
We've lost the Zoom meeting, people. That computer is i3, and it's just not strong enough to support it.
but there's a Zoom happening here.
But
Look.
we're seeing them on the mobile phone.
Oh, hang on, participants. So all these people are still participating, 4 people, including me.
Rolly.
So if I close that, now if I join with audio, join audio, Wi-Fi or cellular data.
What's on the what's
Okay.
on Zoom and what's on YouTube now.
Well, I think Chris has come off now, hasn't he? So it's just Andrea on her phone. I think.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone, but Chris is next to me.
Chat going on.
Oh, there you go.
Who's the third person there?
That's right.
I can hear the other chat going on my phone, which is over on the bench, and I've joined on my iPad here.
Okay.
John's iPad, yeah. So I've unmuted the audio on my phone, and that's all that's happening.
Proper name.
And that's all that's happening from the Radio Shack.
Hang on. I'll point that at that. This is very much other than ideal.
It's called a learning curve, Chris.
It might be that we use the
I can
Galaxy.
tell you what it's called, and it's not printable.
we might hijack the Galaxy phone
Yeah.
and use that for the Zoom portion.
What Galaxy phone?
Prue's one.
Not a Galaxy phone. It's
Well, whatever it is, A21, the Samsung A21.
okay. Hang on, I'll put this back up.
I
there.
think that is probably a better starting position than and then we can have that visible by the camera and we'll have the descending thingos.
I'm going to have to correct that somehow. Get that working somehow.
So I think this is just too underpowered to run the video.
I
If it
could
had a
take it
video
back to the
card,
shop and say, can I trade
Just
this
throw
up?
another $1,000 at it, Chris. You'll be right.
Oh,
yeah, just get a proper computer, one that's not pedal powered.
Then when you're really feeling confident, get yourself an ATM Mini, and that way you can control all your lines.
then I can go to New Zealand and get no exchange rate, can't I?
Yeah, we're all going to go to
More
the.
memory, a bit more processing.
Incidentally, Rolly,
Then you get really, if you've got an ATM Mini, you can get really smart, get rid of all this crap that you're seeing behind me now.
right,
Put up
right,
a green screen
yeah,
and put yourself wherever you want to go.
yeah. Well, Rolly, this will make you laugh. Australian radio midnight to dawn, when I get a bit of insomnia, is so appalling. So utterly appalling, both the ABC and the commercials, that I have a tablet running with my bed, beside my bed, with ZB News Radio going, which is infinitely better from Auckland. The only trouble is that the commentator on Australian affairs through the Auckland radio
What,
station
the West Island affairs?
is is Steve Price, who is the most right-wing pseudo-Nazi. And I just feel embarrassed for all the New Zealanders who are watching because it's just so appalling.
You should be tuning into Shortwave Australia.
Oh, we do. Dave is a good personal friend. I mean, what he's doing, you've heard of
like
it.
that.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
that. We're
No,
going
well,
to-
actually, it's Dave's giving fingers up, but they're not like that. They're like something much
What,
more.
count the joins?
Yes. It's he had an argument with Michelle Guthrie and decided that he would become Radio Australia.
Is that still a copyrighted name?
No, he's calling himself Shortwave Australia, which is as good as.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of a Google on Shortwave Australia the other day.
Whereabouts?
Already SWLs around the world are looking for him.
Okay, who am I talking to here, incidentally?
John, VK3AML.
Ah, okay. Are you actually in Melbourne or where?
Yeah. Now I've got a face, Chris.
Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, it's just, this is one of the reasons I want to get the video aspect going, but we've got a feeling that if we live stream and we have the switcher and we try to run extra Zoom, we're going to be up Excreta Creek.
Well, the limiting factor is 18 megabits a second uplink.
Yeah.
And
That's it. I've done quite a few Zoom amateur radio meetings around the world. I think the best that we had was 50 people joined
Whoa,
online one night with a club up in the States.
yes.
And I was just giving a presentation on all of the expeditions I've been putting on.
Yeah.
Now, that worked very well, except that they really had a good lot of grunt there and to cope with it all.
Yeah, I haven't yet looked closely at your Kermadec expedition, but I'm most interested. From what I can see, there are about 6 buildings there, and that seems to be about it from Google Earth.
There's there's nobody there at all now, of course. It's all been, it used to be a weather station though, so 4 or 5 guys at a time would have a 2-year stint
Yeah.
there. So when you got 5 guys together and they got nothing else to do other than make hooch out of the oranges that are growing up there, it can be quite interesting.
This chap Rowley is one of the last amateurs to have successfully done an expedition to the Auckland Islands south of New Zealand. Because now this is disallowed. It's
But north of Heard Island.
50
almost
degrees.
on the same latitude, actually.
Okay, yeah. Terrific.
Yeah.
But, well, it's not that you're not allowed, Chris. It's just you can't
Get the approvals.
Every New Zealand amateur can go ZL9 XYZ or ZL8 XYZ, and that puts them either in the Kermadec or in the Auckland Islands.
Yeah.
Except that you can't get a landing permit to go and operate.
Yeah.
So now you got to do a little bit. Even way back in 1980.
I think.
84 and 88.
Yeah.
Way back in those, that's
Your DX card.
where is it?
Yeah.
That's at Auckland,
Yeah.
and that's the
Kermadec.
So that was 84 and 88. Even way back then, just going, I want to go up there to run an amateur radio expedition. Absolutely zero. No, can't do it. So you get a little bit of inventive. You go down to the Auckland University, get hold of a couple of guys from the
Scientists.
guys there, a couple of scientists there,
Yeah.
and tell them or convince them that they need to go and do, in this case, a study on the tuis that were in the Kermadec and find out why they have a different song than the tuis on the mainland here.
Yes. Okay. I see. Good excuse.
So that was a good enough excuse for five of the scientists to go up to the Kermadec, and of course they need radio communications.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Essential.
Yeah.
So we go along and help them out with the radio communications. You find that there's not an awful lot of radio communicating you really need to do.
Right.
So,
But that's not the point.
As a matter of interest, Rolly, which
there's 3 of you there, and you've all got amateur radio license, and you've all got equipment capable of going on amateur radio.
yeah. Look, I meant to ask you, Rolly, which.
And that was the same with when we went down to the Auckland Islands.
Yep.
It was the same thing there. But in that case, we had to take some dock guys with us as well, the Department of Conservation guys.
Yep.
And so we did. That was quite interesting actually. Aside from the amateur radio stuff, there's some interesting stuff. I mean, if you ever want to know how to band a skewer.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes,
For instance, they get very antisocial.
Yes,
You catch them by the leg and you're trying to pull them in with a rope tied to one leg.
I gather several people got perforated as a result of that.
Well, that's why you saw the guys here with their welding gloves on, right?
That's why they're called skewers.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had to.
This snappy thing up the front is really sharp as razor blades, you know.
Yeah.
It really is.
I had a friend who was doing stuff with the pelicans, and he had to get a pelican out of a sack in a laboratory, and having stuffed around for 15, 20 minutes with this, his supervisor came in and said, no, you just stuff your arm in the bag. Which he did. The pelican went on his arm, he just drew his arm out with that thing.
And the pelican's attached, yeah.
You don't have to have sharp things, though.
Yeah.
For instance, it was absolutely fascinating to be able to get down on your tummy and just crawl yourself up to a albatross there. They're massive big birds, and then get your hand underneath. The big snappy thing is ready to grab you at any time, but you just very carefully just lift him up. Now look, it took all my strength over the elbows here to
Yeah.
lift the bird up enough for them to see that it was on eggs, and then to actually get a band on and band it while it's on the nest and put it back down again.
Yeah.
And if you lower it, doesn't threaten them.
They get very antisocial as well. They sort of shake their head in total indignation, you know. And to watch those guys, you know, I mean, flying is an absolute miracle as far as an albatross is concerned.
Yeah.
Because their wing is a trifold wing, so that it can flex out like that. So,
yeah.
So it goes then like that.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So they can't run quick enough to get enough speed to be able to open their wings out. So the only thing you do is you go over the edge of the cliff and you just throw yourself off the edge of the cliff, boom, 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 and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now landing, of course, now that's a different thing altogether. So they normally land, and it's like it's not like a tail dragger aeroplane. It's like a tripod aeroplane, really. But the beak is the front wheel, so they land on their feet, go boink,
Yeah.
straight on their nose, you know.
Yeah.
Fold their wings up, shake their head in total, you know. What are you looking at me for, you know?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
perfect 3-point landing.
And pretend it was all done very elegantly.
Yeah, so the nature side of stuff up there is great. I mean, they used to have little rabbits up there that were introduced. And of course, they got rid of all those now. But I looked down at my feet there one night, and there's this little rabbit that come into the hut, crawled up around my feet because I had my feet on the power supply, which is keeping me warm. And he decided,
I think they had
had
pigs.
silvery.
They had pigs
They
at one.
had like a silvery blue sort of fur,
Yeah.
and really, really, really nice, and actually perfect fur coats because it's so cold down there. There's no ticks or lice or anything like that, so just absolutely perfect pelts. But
Yeah.
they're all gone now.
And they had pigs on the main island.
Guys, Chris, I'm interested to see how this progresses, this Zoom business.
Well, it's got to be better than a 2-inch screen.
And I must say, it's been most entertaining watching your efforts there, getting it organised. As I've said in one of my comments there, you're making me feel a lot better about my internet capabilities.
Well, you know, we have to tailor that.
Hope to catch you on Saturday night, at least, if not this week, next week. But yeah, all the best with this project. And see all the other guys.
Yeah.
Catch you around.
Okay, nice to see you. Literally to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all right, John. We'll catch you.
See, I'm used to seeing these people in text, but
down the bottom.
Just the bottom right.
Down the bottom right, you find leave. Little button called leave.
And then it asks you want to confirm it or something.
Top left.
isn't it a pity?
As long as you're not the host, you kill everyone off.
Yeah,
Yeah, sudden death.
the leave button. Isn't it a pity that you don't have one of those in real life, eh?
The other thing is how to get the number of the meeting number and then the passcode to everyone in a way that's, you know, but on the screen was good, but if people have got time or know they're doing it, you can just read it out, I suppose.
One of the problems we've got, Dave.
I normally know. I normally know who I'm going to be zooming to, I guess. So I normally email it out, and then, of course you can email actually a link, and they just click the link and bingo.
But that's the problem with this because you don't know who's going to be necessarily.
No, you don't.
And so having it on a board or on another third computer which has the number on it on the screen might be the way to go.
Or take a screenshot of it, Chris, and put that up on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, one of the difficulties I've got is that only by having a second computer with Zoom on it can I mix the output of Zoom into the live stream. And if I put them on the same computer, everything's through one sound card, so I can't help but think there's going to be conflict.
What mixer are you using, John?
You talking to me?
No, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah,
Chris.
it's getting confusing. It's a Behringer. I'm live streaming it now. You'll see it in 30 seconds.
Okay, no, I mean, you're not using a video mixer.
No, just an audio mixer 8-channel.
You could use an external sound card though for the other.
So that's why you need one of these things here.
What's that? Oh, okay. A specific switcher or
Channel
something.
1. Yeah, there's video and audio channel 1, video audio channel 2, video audio channel 3
Yep.
and 4, picture in picture if I want, and so I can use this as a video mixer, audio mixer, picture in picture, streaming,
Oh.
the whole shebang.
There's a slight problem. I have to get all this past...
Audio, video inputs, or you actually got?
Yeah, audio and video input.
Yes, but I have to get...
If you want to,
I have to get this past the Marital Housing and Loan Company, you see.
oh yeah. I've got three cameras and a computer on that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So when I switch between the channels, you can have the audio follow the camera,
Right.
if you
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
or just have a separate audio.
Yeah.
And if I push the stream button, it just goes stream straight up.
Okay.
You're trying to do it, Chris, aren't you? It's because you've got a.
It's a Black Magic product. If you go on the Black Magic site sometime and look up ATEM Mini, it's a good way of spending money.
Yes.
Hang on.
That magic are pretty.
Trying to find my notepad.
Camera point of view.
Oh,
I've
you've
got
got
it
it.
here.
Except that though, for a professional, for a piece of kit which gives really, really professional results, and I come from a professional broadcasting world, it's amazing what less than $1,000 will give you. That's for sure.
It's interesting. A lot of the people that I met when Mike VK3AML and I went over to New Zealand together back in 2019 were ex-broadcasting. Particularly, we met an old chap, Peter ZL4LZ, I think, who had been ahead of the TV engineering in Dunedin.
Yep, I know him very well.
Very nice guy. He showed us around his place, and we met him at the meeting in McAndrew Street, I think it's called. Incidentally, Rolly, which part of Auckland are you in? I know Auckland reasonably well. I've been there 2 or 3 times.
Do you know where Howick is?
Howick.
Howick or Botany? East Auckland. East Auckland.
Sorry, we just got it. Now we're muting.
Hang on.
That's it. I've done it.
You've done it.
Oh,
Twice, yes.
Now we're on 2 different screens.
I'll turn this down.
Oh, that's hard on the ears.
Yeah, it's just pick up the
So we're talking through
Turn
this.
your microphone off, Chris, on your main one. That'll stop it.
I pulled the bloody thing out. Ah. Oh, now what? Hang on. Either that or go completely deaf.
We've still got to.
On the other hand, if you had the sound card in the computer and use an external sound card for the Zoom, would that solve your problem?
I've got the only external sound card that I've got. How can I show this? Is this little? Oh, it's frozen.
The dongle thing.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, hang on. I'll go back to that.
and those things.
Yeah.
These are about
That
as
might
cheap
get-
as you
that
can
might
do.
solve the problem out. I mean,
Possible. Yeah,
and there are some. You could get a virtual, some software that does the virtual mapping of audio ports, can't you? And so on.
What surprises me actually is that more people don't do this live stream stuff with ham radio. I would have thought that it was a natural progression from.
Well,
you haven't been around long enough,
Yes.
Chris. There's a
No,
huge
yeah,
amount of it going
yeah,
on.
there's
Is
loads
there?
of that,
Oh.
actually.
Ah, that
I
one's
could
died
probably
again.
I can easily name you 20 people that are doing this, just
Live streaming.
like that.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Very, very popular, particularly in the States.
Ah. Well, I don't know of anybody in Melbourne apart from myself that's doing it. Oh, doesn't that look horrible?
How do we turn the volume down on that?
Not live
This
stream
knob?
and radio
Big
at the
knob,
same
yeah.
time, probably, but not live stream.
Right.
Recorded radio, but not live stream.
Yeah.
I live stream. I can live stream and work radio at the same time. Chris ZL4RA here does it. There's a couple of others. Of course, there's a whole contingent of guys up in UK that do it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's to me it's a whole new ball game. So I'm finding it fascinating.
I think I just displayed your password when I went past the word thing. Anyway, we can change it. If someone wants to nick it, then we'll...
I hardly think.
I didn't see anything.
It depends whether the screen was being shared.
No, it's all too dodgy for me. Your setup, Chris.
Well, it is at the
took you
moment.
more than 3 minutes to do it, so
Yeah. Okay. So you're in Howick. That side of the city is where the museum is, I think. Is that right, or
What museum are you talking about?
The one-
War Memorial
there's a
Museum or
there's a
Radio Museum?
not? Oh, you're talking about Music Point, I think, aren't you? Or
Yeah, Music Point. I'm about 10 k's away from Music
Ah.
Point. In fact, I was down there this morning, and I was put the Music Point on a couple of days ago as one of the parks.
yeah.
It's a POTA park as well. The park's on the air, so quite often go down there and sling a wire up into the trees, end-fed wire, and belt away on CW, and there we go. CW,
Okay.
yeah, it's a good stuff to learn, Chris.
Not so impressed, I'm afraid. I'm more an audio man.
It's very easy to learn when your pay packet relies on it.
Oh, I see. Are you one of that variety? So you,
Well, I used to work down at Music Point, and in those days you had that was all shipped ashore, so you got 3 receivers,
yeah.
all belting away, and 2 transmitters.
I've spent
So
I've
so
spent
you
more
got
time down the other end of.
three receivers all at once.
Yep. I've spent more time down the other end of.
Decide which one to switch the transmitter to go back to.
Yeah.
You got 2 choices.
Most of my experience of all of that stuff in New Zealand is at the other end of the country, at Invercargill, and specifically at Ararua. The most impressive radio. That radio museum at Ararua is the most impressive one I think I have ever seen, and I couldn't believe. Yeah, one of the chaps, just trying to think of his name, secretary there, young bloke, ZL4OM, is a good Facebook friend of mine now. But he took us for a tour there, and I took quite a bit of 4K video while I was there. That was in 2019. Incidentally, just today I was listening on 20 metres, and I heard ZL4RMF going off. He was aggravated by a pile-up trying to call him from Europe, and
He's a bit of a nutter, is our RMF.
I've been up to his shack at Saddle Hill, and he has a totally digital shack, very impressive. But he lives. He hasn't got any wife to impede the acquisition of ham radio gear, shall we say. And the whole house seems to be subservient to the ham radio interest. Now, I would like that, but my wife would absolutely throw a fit, and we've just lost.
But it's coming back.
Yeah.
So it's just got not enough legs.
So the i3 computer is not good enough.
There's an answer to that, Chris.
Yeah, but
That is, if you can't beat them, join them.
well,
So when I was hooting around all around the Pacific doing the expeditions, my wife decided, darn it, well, I'll get a license too.
oh, that's the way you did it. Okay, I couldn't persuade Prue.
The only slightly annoying little niggle there is I got a 3-letter call, Z1BQD, and because she knew who she had to know, she got a 2-letter call, Z1 Foxtrot Victor.
Okay.
So she won up you. Or two up
Oh,
you.
yeah.
It makes it easier on CW, certainly.
Oh, Fox Victor on Z1FB on CW on the contest is a
Did-da,
brilliant call. It's lovely.
did-da.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, I saw that guy on your Auckland Island video sending what looked like 30 words a minute.
Yes.
That was unbelievable.
And the rest, yes. That was amazing.
Most of the stuff, that was probably, there's a bit of a psychology goes on with CW, and that is when you first open up on the D expedition, you know that all the big guns are going to be out there, and all the big boys are out there flexing their muscles. So you wind it up to 35 words a minute and say, if you can keep up with me, good on you, right? And then you get rid of that top layer, right? From there on, then they're bored.
Yeah.
Then now you got another problem, and that is you still got to contend with these Italian kilowatt guys that are running 10 kilowatts all the time, and that can get really, really difficult. So the trick then is to not increase your power, but to decrease your power.
So they can't hear it.
Flick off all your linears and so on like that, and keep on decreasing the power. Now the guys that are good antennas and still hear you, that's another layer you peel back.
Right.
Then you just gradually increase the power again, and you get another layer come in, you peel that off, and then eventually, that's the way to work the pilots.
Yeah.
I mean, there's and you can do the same with sideband as well, but on CW it's brilliant. The other nice thing about CW, if you're really good, you got my mate Ron, Z1AML, who I used to go out with. Sadly, he's silent here now, but he was an expert at this. You get the guy that calls you and he wants to give you his name, the name of his dog, and where he lives, and how long he's had a license. So his QSO takes that long. I can't be bothered waiting for that. So while he's doing that, I work another guy.
Right.
He's still sending. I work another guy, and he's a bit long too. So you jump in and work another one like that. He's done. The second guy is just finishing. You go, yeah, got you. And the third guy now has just finished. You go, yeah, got you. All those three are completely oblivious that you've worked three guys all in the space of one.
Yeah.
That can be fun.
The most phenomenal,
Really fun.
the most phenomenal experience I ever had that way was, this is about 45 years ago. One of the really old guys who'd been around in the 1920s was tapping out a message to somebody on the air at about 30 words a minute. Simultaneously, he was talking to me and rolling a cigarette. I couldn't believe it.
You can talk and roll the smoke at the same time.
The first time I came across, we're on Tokelau's or something like that, and Ron was doing this parenthesis thing.
Yeah.
And I was on sideband, and I looked around and said, what are you doing? You know, because you sort of can hear it going, and there's Ron, and the same thing. Roll himself a fag, puts it in one ear like that, turns around, talks to me, and he says, oh yeah, these slow guys, you know. And I'm going, you're rolling yourself a fag, you're talking to me, and you got three guys on the hook, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see if I don't smoke, so I couldn't roll the fag, but I could talk at the same time, and I tried doing the same sort of thing with sideband, but it didn't actually quite work as well on sideband.
No.
On CW, it's particularly brilliant to be able to do that sort of thing.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, while you're there, let me say I was very impressed with you getting to Auckland Island at all, because I'm very familiar with setting up island expeditions after doing our modulated light thing to Deal Island. Even to do that, which is a 9-hour trip, it's not anything like the length. Trying to organise 4 people together to be at the same place at the same time with good weather and all the right equipment, and then to persuade the National Parks and Wildlife Service that it's worth doing, was like walking on hot bricks. It was unbelievable. And then in the end...
It took us, I think, from sort of concept to actually getting on the boat, it took us... about 3 years, I think it was.
I'd believe it, yeah.
For for Auckland Islands, for the Kermadec Islands, it was even worse, believe it or not.
Really?
Because at that particular time, they're trying to do a pest eradication on the islands and things like that.
And you were the pest.
And they only wanted the guys that were there for work to be there. And,
You take my chair. I'm just going to dive out and grab a chair. Hang on.
We've got less than 10 minutes, so we don't have long.
All right.
Oh yeah, because you're on the 40-minute. Yes, that's right.
Well, we're on the free
Most
account.
of my Zooms, I do for work. Of course, we've got the university Zoom.
you grab
Of course,
that one.
that's unlimited in time, which is good. But the other thing, of course, is recording it and then putting it into the live stream afterwards. So when you put your live stream up, you can have the recording of the Zoom session as well, say in a window.
Yeah, well, with a lot of my material being archival film that I've actually fiddled a lot before it goes to the live stream, I like to have it on permanent record. When I say I fiddle the stuff, the uploads that I'm getting of historical films, frequently they record the optical soundtrack off the film with 30 dB down at about 3 kilohertz, with lots of hum, noise, distortion, which I can to some extent get rid of. But equalising from one clip to another, the uploads are really appalling in a lot of cases. And frequently they record at minus 20 dB, so you can barely hear them in the original upload. So all of that, I tend to remaster every upload before I stream them, making them a universal 30 frames a second, 1080p. Of course, the quality varies, but quite often you can make an unwatchable clip quite watchable by going through that process.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I actually listened to an interesting, I think it was yesterday on Radio National, on Charles Todd.
Oh, yeah.
From Adelaide, with the overline telegraph, but also going into his history of his work with astronomy and also his work in weather forecasting.
Yep.
Which of course relied on a lot of the telegraph operators to send in the local weather reports and collected all that data, and he made some of the first weather predictions essentially in Australia.
Yeah, well,
it's a really interesting story of his life and how and his linkage to the other sort of physicists and so on in Adelaide and the crystallography and Braggs and so on and that sort of thing.
Yes.
So I think Braggs married his daughter, I think.
It was funny how they thought the weather went from east to west.
Yes, that's right. I thought that was interesting, wasn't it? All just because only the east counted.
It's true.
We've got about 3 or 4 minutes left, I think, on the Zoom before it resets. But it looks like my big computer is the i3 is not going to be equal to the task for Saturday, unfortunately. What I might do is to look into.
You can have selected guests, of course, Chris. You don't have to invite everybody on.
Well, what I could do instead is
They won't
to.
help the upload.
We could run Talkie app, which is only sound, and that might get away with it for a while.
Yeah, that would
Well, the only sound at the beginning of this lot was quite entertaining, I tell you.
I wonder how long it'll be before I live that down.
Yeah, that'll get your bandwidth down quite a bit, actually, just running all that. But, the other thing is to just run a phone as you're doing now, which,
Well, I don't have a phone like this. This is Andrea. She's the gadget person.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, no, you can.
From experience, though, Chris, what you're going to have, if you're going to have a Zoom session like this and YouTube, you're going to have to educate people that, hey, the Zoom is ahead of, lags to YouTube, or one will lag the other by several, even up to a couple of minutes sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's 30 seconds on this.
If people are trying to communicate with you on Zoom, but they're watching YouTube, it can really turn into quite a picnic.
Yeah, you're probably not going to run the 2 metre call back in the same way at all, but it won't really work because you're typing.
No, it won't work because of the lag. So you have to educate people. You either watch them on Zoom, in which case mute locally your YouTube, or watch it on YouTube and mute locally the Zoom.
Yeah.
One of them has to be muted, otherwise it can turn into a real big picnic very, very quickly.
Yes, yes.
The radio talkback
you
callers.
found that out, didn't you?
Well,
Which you
we-
can do, the other thing is you can do picture-in-picture as well, so you have that, and that would work, because then if people are sensible of it and turn their view off gallery and just have it on the speaker view, whatever, then with a picture-in-picture that could work quite well.
Yes, well, apologies to the people on YouTube live stream, but that's the biggest picture we can get at the moment.
And the 32 people watching.
All up, there have been people popping in and out
Oh.
and watching for an average of 10 minutes. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
That's it. Oh, okay.
That's it.
It's off.
That's it.
It's
Well, that
all
was a
done.
good
All
test
done.
anyway. So I'll now terminate the live stream. At least we know what problems we're going to have with bandwidth and with the i3 computer. It looks like it's just not up to Zoom. It might be up to the Talkie app, though, with audio only. I'll just bring back the other one and I'll terminate this live stream. Okay, folks. Evening.